Hi, I'm Addie from POPPYN, and I'm here in Johannesburg, South Africa with
Jessica, Tlaleng
from Global Girl Media. Can you tell me a little bit about what you do at your program?
Okay, Global Girl Media is basically bringing a group of girls together and actually giving them skills, journalistic media skills that can help them in the industry. It's a group of 15 girls or more sometimes, ranging from 18 until 25. They're given different causes to actually help them.
Before, I was kind of like everywhere, okay? I was just crazy about media. I want to do media, you know? But right now, I know exactly what it is that I want to do.
While there, we connected through our love of media and had a short screening of some of our films, including the most recent films on abuse and breast cancer. After we met with Global Girls Media to connect and exchange films, we ate lunch and then headed to the Apartheid Museum to learn more about South Africa's history. After going through the museum, there were so many thoughts that we decided to have a panel discussion right then and there. What struck you out the most about the museum?
When I first got here, I wasn't really expecting what I saw. I thought maybe they'd sugarcoat everything that happened in the past, but it was all eye-opening and I got to learn more about what happened really.
Grandfather shared a lot of stories with me about apartheid. When I got inside and I actually saw that what he was telling was actually the truth. People were tortured back then, you know, it was not easy at all. Today I got to actually see the footage, the real footage that was taken, and yeah.
Did you find anything similar to like things that happened here and like the things that happened in Philadelphia perhaps?
It really made me think of segregation and Jim Crow in the US. Like everything was designed. These people were like professional racists and they were professionally doing these things to oppress people. And they did it through the law, which was crazy to me.
The thing that really made me mad is the same thing that made me mad when I was learning about my own history in African American class and things like that, was that one, they got away with it. They pretty much got away with it. And two, it still lasts to this day.
But I think that's where reconciliation comes in. Yes, they may not really mean it, but as an individual, it's where you have to like start accepting that, you know what, I still have to live my life in this area. And I have to accept that even if people won't change, I still have to make a difference, be the difference perhaps, and just put them aside, really.
I understand when you say forgiveness and just letting go, which is something that we have to make a choice and say we have to do it. We have to forgive at some point, but letting go is not easy because this is still affecting us.
It's really hard to just forgive and forget when black people in South Africa are still oppressed.
There's this about the land. They want to take back the land with no recompensation. You can't do that.
I beg to differ with you there. How can you recompensate something that it's not yours? They took the land from black people, so we want what's ours now. We don't owe them anything. It's not anger, we are not angry, we just want what's ours.
You have to understand that it wasn't your fight, right? So fine, our forefathers fought, democracy came, right? Then this child is now born into this new democracy. This grandfather leaves this land to this child. Yes, it was taken away 100 and what, I don't know when, how many years back. But then now this child is growing up in this country, a South African citizen.
Yes, as black people, we are not free. We don't have our land. We're not in their spaces. Once we don't have their mansions house, we're still living in RDP houses, even today.
So after going through the Apartheid Museum and experiencing and seeing the harsh realities of the history of South Africa, we still see today that remnants of this horrible incident in history still affects the youth in South Africa today, and they're still fighting for change, and their voices are still being heard because the conversation around apartheid and land redistribution and unemployment and the adverse effects of this are still happening.
So we're popping,
With Global Gold Media SA.
and that's what's popping.